Hi everyone, how are you? Welcome to my YouTube channel. This is my first ever post on YouTube. Um, my name is Stevie. First off, sorry that. I'm documenting my journey through my weight loss surgery. I will tell you a little bit of my life. Um, Try compile everything that happened to the past year or so of this journey. My surgery is actually on June 30th of this month, which is June 30th, 2014, is my surgery. I'm going for Roux-en-Y gastric bypass. Um, First of all, I've always been big, never been small. Don't know what it's like to be a small person. Um, yes, never been small whatsoever. I've been big through primary school, it's elementary, secondary school, high school. I've always been big. Was a marching band, been big in marching band, played alto sax. Um, so indeed, small, I don't have no idea what it is. Big, I know what it is. Um, so I started my weight loss journey since last year around August is when I had my first appointment for my doctor. But prior to that, I moved from the East Coast to Washington State in Seattle. I went to my first seminar around, I want to say like April. April was my first seminar I went to. Um, so it's like, I'm in a new state. Time to have a whole new life, whole new beginning. Change everything about myself, not everything bad per se, but like change my outward appearance and everything, get that to what my inner personality is. I went to the free seminar. I met my doctor who's done surgery is Dr. McMahon. That's with his weight loss services here in Seattle. I went to the free consultation and then signed up and had it was like a whole month went by and they send me call me, tell me that my insurance partially approve it. I have to do a 6 months supervision weight loss. So I'm like, okay, that works. Was supposed to start on the July, but I was so tired. I didn't want to go to my first appointment, so I cancel it, and I had to reschedule for August. And I went to my first class with the nutritionist. My weight at the time, I was at 280, 281, but the highest weight for my little young youth was 326 was my highest weight. I fluctuated from 300 to 270, back up to 300. So yo-yo the whole time. Like, as many of you guys understand, who's also big, have gone through the same thing as I have. Um, so went started in August. Went to see my nutritionist. She was kind of stern. She was kind of like, I would say, kind of not really mean, but she was like strict. But it didn't bother me whatsoever. But more and more, as the months progress, I get to know her and she get to know me, and she kind of was like more laid back, less uptight. I don't say she was uptight, but less grumpy. Not grumpy, but I don't know the best word to describe her personality at the time. So did that, and it's kind of interesting when you, it's not interesting, but like other people don't see you as being big, but you see yourself as being big. And no matter what, it's like I told a few friends that I was going to go ahead with going through this procedure, have the surgery. Told my mother, told my family. My mother was very supportive in the beginning with it. My cousin was supportive because originally my procedure what I was going for was lap band. Lap band was the first procedure that popped in my head, but deep down inside, I really wanted to Roux-en-Y ectomy gastric bypass. I wanted it, but I was like, let me get my feet into the program. Then if I don't want the lap band, I will switch it, and that's what I did. Um, so I told a few of my friends. One of my friends, like, she was like okay with it, and she's like, "Nah, see, I don't think you should do it. You're not fat whatsoever." I'm like, do you see? Do you see me? Like, I could take off my clothing and I will blind you. It's like I will blind you, so automatically you'll be like, "What is that? Oh, I can't see." And the last image in your head would have been my fat. But her nationality is Samoan, so not dishing any Samoans whatsoever. Big is beautiful in their eyes, and I'm like, that. Like, thank you for the compliments. I'm not big whatsoever, but I know I'm big, and to me, this is kind of like um, a stepping stone to get my life into order and have everything situated for myself. And so, kind of like through my, I work nights, so on the months, so the second, third month, second, third, fifth, fourth month, going to these appointments, have to stay up half of the day, go to my appointments, go to work extremely tired. So one of my leads, my lead at the time, my current lead at work, was like, I was talking to him, and I kind of like mentioned I was going through the procedure to get bariatric surgery done. And the first thing on his mouth was nothing really positive. He said, "Why? That's a waste of time, waste of money. I'm not gonna get to prove that I'm not that big for the program, or I'm and the same time I'm gonna die." It was all kind of negative in a way, very very negative towards. I find it was very very negative. I was like not expecting it whatsoever. Um, so it was like I was kind of shocked. So then slowly I tell one or two people in my group because I knew I would have to leave from home and leave absence. So it's like I want to see what the response is, and had a lot of positive response from a lot of them actually, especially from one of my colleagues who started working with me not too long ago. He was very very positive with like the idea of me going through with the procedure, and was like think that that would be the best thing for me, wise, and that he will go walking with me, running with me, get all these things situated. And I was like, oh, that's great. Thank you. At least I have someone 100% behind me with this thing. My cousin was kind of wary about the whole idea of it. So fast forward a little more. My sixth, I like around my fourth month, I like fifth month actually into the program. I changed my mind. I was like, no, I don't want to do the not gastric, but the lap band anymore. I want to do the gastric, and that's when they switched over my paperwork and all of that. So went to my last six appointment at Swedish, and I was like, okay, done. 30 days, so I hear something back from like the insurance company and the hospital. No, no, I didn't hear a single thing. Like maybe like actually a month after, and I had a call inquire, and it was like telling me, yeah, I have to do one more appointment. I have to do a final review of everything. So I had to meet with the surgeon, the psychologist, the dietitian, the nurse coordinator, and yeah, them four. So it's like 30 minutes each of them. So it's like I'd be there for two, I think one, and I didn't leave till like five, five going for six. Oh yeah, I think I kind of skipped past everything. So I'm kind of ADD, note to self. So my pre-labs tests and them, I had to get blood work drawn, and I had to get an upper GI done as well. So it kind of sucked fasting when you're working nights for 10 hours a night. It sucks because you're extremely hungry and you're very tired and fatigued. So I went and get my blood drawn, fell asleep, kind of got late to my surgeon who was doing upper GI, like 20 minutes, but he understood. But I have to say, that drug that he gave me, oh God, I felt so great. Next minute I know, I was talking to the nurse, and my eyes went like bloop, and I woke up, and I was in a daze throughout the whole time. My friend was there with me, and apparently I kind of was just talking to him and the whole time, but never remember I was falling asleep with a cup in my hand while talking to him. And when I was driving, I passed out in the car. I woke up and I saw Wendy's. How fat am I? Wendy's of all things. Like I'm hungry, and I pointed towards Wendy's, and We went there, I passed out, woke up. He asked me what I wanted. I ordered, I passed out again. So when I got the time I got home, it took me a whole hour just to eat a burger. So so fast forward, I had double GI done. Come to find out, I have gastritis. The blood work shows I have like liver starting to get damaged for the obesity, for having fatty liver. Um, so fast forward now back to my final review. Met with all of them to discuss what I wanted, and then I was like, the only thing I was worrying about is like I might not get approved for this procedure, and I don't think take no as an I don't take no as a response. I don't believe in this word no. Like I'm not going to get it, or I'm going to get this damn thing. So I was like worried. They asked me like what's kind of bother me, or like how am I doing? I'm like I'm good. I'm ready for the procedure to be done, but I'm less only worried that insurance might deny me for it. But they were like, you're good, your BMI is 40.5, 40.5? Yeah, 40.5 is my BMI. High blood pressure runs my family. Sorry, I kind of lost the camera here. High blood pressure runs my family, diabetes runs my family, both sides. So I was kind of worried. So I kind of like, okay, did everything. They said like 2 weeks or so, I hear something back. 2 weeks, didn't hear anything. So I call the insurance company. I tell them I email them, message them like once you find out that I was approved, can you email me as soon as you can for me to give the paper to my doctor's office, because they told me soon I get it, bring it to the office and they will schedule the surgery. So apparently, no, that they want to email them. Okay, it was the 29th of last month, 29th of April, I want to say 29th of May. I I can't remember the dates. Oh gosh, I have it all written down, but it's somewhere in my room. So I went to see the surgeon. I went to see them on Wednesday. I went to see them on Wednesday. They faxed everything on Friday. I emailed them on Friday. They sent me a letter on Monday saying that they denied me of the offer. Denied me the offer, sure. Denied me of my of the procedure. So I was like, what the expletive? So I call the doctor's office for them to see what's going on, and the insurance specialist called me and said she faxed everything was good. She got a confirmation number, and she wasn't at work. She got an email on her phone. She called me immediately. She said, I'm calling them right now. She called them within 15 minutes. She called me back and said, Stevie, they have the paperwork. It currently is in review. They say call back by Thursday, Friday, let me know. She said, if you need anything, here's my number, my personal number, call me, all these things. Mind you, I was kind of stressed that day anyway. I kind of took it out on my friend by accident while he was drinking. So I took it out on him, on everything. Said a lot of hurtful things to him as well. The same friend who was supportive of this procedure. So on Thursday, so I lost my phone on Wednesday. So I call Elizabeth, is her name at Swedish. So I call her. I said, Elizabeth, I lost my phone. So this is my cousin's number. Call me, because my cousin's my roommate. So call me when you hear anything. This is her number. So when I have on the phone, 8 to 10 minutes later, I got a call from her. And she was like, Stevie, you was approved. Stevie, you was approved. I'm like, what? Yeah, you was approved. And how she said it, I was like expecting like I wasn't approved. So I was like, oh shit, expletive, oh shit, over the phone. I can so ratchet now. I was like, oh wow. I was so happy. I was rejoicing, jumping for joy. And so happy. And then I got the phone. I was happy can be. And next week later, I got a call from. I went to have breakfast with my colleagues, and then one of my colleagues, because I've been telling everyone I'll be going on vacation soon just to prepare everything up for work. We're going on vacation just to train up someone else to do something, to do what I'm doing at work currently. And so just to be ready once I disappear for the whole month. I tell them that I was taking 3 weeks, even though I know it'll be a whole month. Wise. So I need to start looking at the camera part, not the screen, the camera. So we was all having breakfast, and one of my colleagues like brought it up, and my lead and the lead for the back half of the shift was there, and like my lead was like, "I'm not gonna get approved." He straight up said I wasn't gonna get approved at all, not knowing I did get approved, but I wasn't saying anything to him, and so it kind of did bother me again, and so I kind of like laugh it off as usual. So like 2 weeks ago, so like I applied for like I there was a position open up in my job. I wasn't gonna apply for it because I knew I was going on vacation. I knew vacation. I knew I wouldn't have been there, and they told me to still go apply. I did, didn't get it. It would have been day shift, an easier shift for me to do because I know how to do like I know to do file tickets and all that for my job and responding to tickets. But they choose someone else, which is okay with me. I damn, it's gonna be 20 minutes soon, so I need to cut this up fast. So I found out, so now like last week or so, now trying to get the days all together in my head. So last week, so 2 weeks ago, last week, so yeah, found out one of my colleagues who also do what I do, who trained me, is going to a different warehouse, different department. Um, so he is leaving, and they asked me to kind of take his spot, which I already do the work anyway. But for my shift, so I'm be on like a donut shift, so Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, to balance out the knowledge load amongst the problem solvers. So coming closer to these weeks, I told actually my area manager came and talked to me. He was like, "Okay, I hear you're going on vacation." And I'm like, "Oh yes." And I said, "Tim, who was my lead, I'm like, okay, since you guys both are here, I'm going for medical leave of absence." And it was like, "Why?" So I'm like, "Going for surgery." And they were like, "What? You're not that fat." And it's like, I'm like, you guys don't see me. I wear clothes to make me look nice and neat. But really, if I take this whole shit off, you be blinded. And it's like, I'm like, you guys don't see what I see. And like I done research when I was in health class, health occupation, anatomy and physiology actually. I'm sorry, physiology in high school and middle school. I had two teachers who had the gastric bypass done. They they improved the health a lot. And my area manager when I worked at Busch Gardens in Virginia, she had it done, and she was even telling me all the benefits when she never knew she was small. She always been big all her life, etc., etc. Because all these people I met have had it, including my nurse coordinator at Swedish who had it. She was super positive, and so I kind of felt like both of them kind of like tag team me in a way. Like I understand people like really I know they're concerned about me, and it's good to be concerned. But like putting words like "you're gonna die" in sentence like that is sometimes kind of a little harsh. Like I always tell people, even my cousin, do as you see fit. So no matter what I tell you, my opinions doesn't really matter. I can share with you with it, but it's up to you to take it. But I will not be uber negative about it with the person because I know it is, especially like something like this, is a sensitive type issue. So it did bother me tremendously. So they tried to get my ops manager in it, and told my ops manager, and he was like, "Well, if he knew. Look up. He had probably had researched this long time ago. He knew what he wanted. So I can't tell him anything that might deter his mind because he already made his mind up already, and he have a friend who his friend in college had the his friend at college girlfriend had the surgery done, and so he was like, okay, if that's what you want to do, Steve, go ahead and do it. And so he was right. He was okay with it. Try to kind of be neutral party. So I was like, okay, I felt good better. But the whole thing, like the tag teaming thing, I didn't care for it whatsoever. I don't understand people really. when you're fat, people love you when you're fat, but when you get like they love the way how you look when you're big, but they really don't. I don't know what I'm trying to say, but that's what I feel. What if might want like they might like to enjoy making like a laugh and stock wise? Oh, that's my fat friend. I look nice and sexy, so this is my fat friend. So like I don't understand people. Like with me, I know how it sucks being fat because you can't walk in a store to buy something nice and beautiful for yourself. Because if you do, they make them extremely big or they make it ugly color. It's like for men, big and tall. I am big, yes, but I'm not friggin' tall. I'm not 6 feet one. I'm only 5'8" and a half. And the pants, when they make for jean pants, it's like an extra piece of cloth. Nothing really fitting nicely done whatsoever. So it's like when I had to go shopping, if I had to go shopping for an event, then like later on that night or evening or the next day, I have to start early in the morning and go to each store like JC Penney's, Macy's, I don't know what other other clothing stores at the top of my head right now. So I had to go to each one just to pick buy one outfit here, one outfit there, and try to mentally combine it what it might look like when I put them on, and it always turned out good. But the headache and harassment of going from one store to buy one item to from another is quite tiresome. And another thing that annoys me when you're big, so I know most likely it happened to you guys as well who are big. When you have a pair of pants, fits so nice and good, but in the crotch has been sandpaper away. That shit annoys me. Sorry for the cussing. I know all you who are big as well have experienced this rubbing together in the thigh region. It's really really annoying. People who are skinny don't know it. That happens when you're big. So like all four of my pants right now, currently right now, have holes in the crotch. So I had to throw all these four good pair of pants in the trash. Unfortunately, that's the curse of being fat and plumpy or big or thick in other terms. But it is a pain when you have to go through all these things to get all this situated. So yeah, I kind of combine all this together. Um, Kind of make it like it's gonna be two parts. I'm gonna do this one part, then I'm gonna do another part with the Oh yes, so I'm trying to say as fast as I can within 2 minutes. My I went for my on Wednesday last week Wednesday I went for my pre-op diet. So I've been watching videos where everyone pre-op diet and etc etc. And it's a 2 week liquid diet or 1 week liquid diet. Thank God for Swedish. Thank God. My ass can do a 2 week liquid diet. So I'm doing a low carb diet, doing a ketogenic diet, which I've done before, to shrink the liver. Still, you can eat as much meat as I want to, but eat under 20 grams of carbs. So that is better. So I'm happy with that to do this eat under 20 grams of carbs, and that's what I'm gonna do anyway because I can't work 10 hours a night drinking protein shakes and water and or Crystal Light because I'm gonna pass out. So yeah, that's my 2 week thing. So yeah, I'm starting it. I really should start since Thursday, but I'm starting today. So today's will be my first day of my pre-operative diet. So some of the quotation marks is quite stupid. So yeah, I'm gonna start it today, and everything will go well. So I'm trying to post something again. Let you know how my week goes with everything else. So hopefully I'll talk with all you soon. Hopefully you guys could understand me properly. Hopefully. I hope I didn't say anything fast or whatnot. So yeah, comment, ask me any question. I really don't care. So yeah, hopefully I talk to all you later and post another video again. Um, ciao.